Hi guys, what's up? Jason Andrews, the all-American driver, and it is just crazy that just a few days ago it was like covered in snow, and now it's like summer it might actually almost be here. So you guys remember in the last video I tried to install a roll bar into the GT350R. I had a heck of a time trying to drill through the front bolts, the front bars down there. Well, you guys know my little mechanic shop down the street, Brothers Automotive. They saw the video and they said that they can do it, or at least they think that they might be able to punch these basically 8 holes out for me. So we're gonna take the car there, and you know, I think it could just be as simple as having the right tool for the job. And you know, the handful of drill bits and the drill that I had maybe were not the right tool to drill something like as serious as this. You know, and it's funny, you look at some of the other companies that make roll bars. This is the CMS, but you look at the Watson one, and on the website it says, you know, like bolting only, you know, don't waste your time trying to drill through that impossible steel or something. That, you know, they make a comment. I'll probably put it in this video, but it's funny that they talk about the other, you know, the other roll bar company talks about how hard it is to actually, you know, drill through that. So I don't feel as bad anymore actually after seeing that. So we're gonna hop in the Shelby. You know, it's actually so close, I bet they can hear me start up the car. Maybe, actually, maybe. It's 2 blocks or so. It's kind of nice to have like a neighborhood, you know, kind of mechanic, little shop or whatever to kind of help me with some of these odds and end things, you know. They've done some work for me, you know, with the Jeep. They've actually done some stuff with the Raptor. So, you know, I trust these guys, and I'm going to hang out and see how it goes drilling this thing out. You know, I'll probably learn something of it. You guys might be wondering why I'm on... why I'm recording with a GoPro right now, and that is because a few days ago I actually sold my camera. You know, I had a Canon 90D. That's kind of what's been carrying this channel for the last year or so, and I decided to upgrade, not to a GoPro, right? But unfortunately I sold the camera before I had another camera, so I was expecting to have another one by the time I shot a video, but then brother says, hey, bring the car. So this is what I got. This is what we got, you know. And to be honest, it'll probably probably be better quality than you know, with my Canon, because, you know, I often get a focus and exposure wrong, you know. I figure Street Speed has been making videos on his GoPro since basically the beginning of time, so I should be just fine to use my GoPro for 1 or 2 episodes here. All right, let's get over there. Oh yeah, yeah. These are a lot different than.
So you don't actually even have to do a pilot or punch a hole, you know, with your divot to make a divot to start.
Yeah.
Because these automatically start with the tiniest of little, and then just goes step.
Okay, so they definitely have some more serious drill bits. Cool.
That's
Yeah.
number 1.
Okay, it's gonna work. Okay, so already within just like 30 seconds we have hole, we actually have a hole the size that we need. And you can see he's got like an air operated drill that he can control the speed pretty good, and then obviously some like really serious drill bits in here.
Nice. Awesome.
It's really just is about having the right tool for the right job. I mean, these are like $500 or $600 drill bits connected to a pneumatic drill. And I mean, he's able to go through that like pretty easy, you know? So we got the passenger side already torqued down. So probably just another 20 or 30 minutes and I'll have this cage like fully installed. Okay, so we're just leaving Brothers Automotive. I'll tell you what, I mean, we got all the holes drilled in less than an hour. I mean, you guys saw some of them I had started, you know, they had some decent sized pilot holes. But even the ones that I didn't have a pilot hole for, I mean, his gun, I mean, sure, I mean, it took a little bit of work, but he was able to go through it, I mean, with a very large bit, like no problem. So again, to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a drill that powerful that he had. So live and learn. Huge shout out though, you know, for kind of like a mom and pop kind of basic maintenance store or whatever, they have just been incredibly cool to me. So I can't recommend them enough for anything, you know, basic oil changes to maybe even like a little bit of kind of custom work or whatever. You know, the owner, he did some race car stuff when he was younger, so he's got a lot of experience with that, which is nice to have somebody like that working on your car, even if it is for basic things like spark plugs or oil changes or something like that. Okay guys, so day 2 of the install, really if you count like the day I went to go get it and pull it out, it's like day 12 or so. But all I got to do is really install the harnesses. I have to move the Jeep to get this thing back far enough to open the door, and then yeah, just install the harnesses. I think it's going to be like, it's really nice, like the way it looks. The CMS Rollbar, it is a little bit different from the other ones, and it is a more symmetrical design. I'll show you guys that in a second. Let me get the car out of here. I can't wait to get this tent back on the Raptor. I do miss having those little adventures, and now that the Raptor is like running really good, I'm super pumped to like maybe even go a little bit farther. I'm thinking maybe a trip down to like Las Vegas or something. Andre's never been, and that would be fun to really kind of mob around in the desert, you know. So we'll just see. Okay, let me get the car out. So we are going to start with the passenger seat. This should be easy. There are a couple brackets that attach at the bottom. I'll show you guys that the harnesses actually snap into. You know, I was talking with my buddy Kai. You guys see how I only have one electric plug here? On the 2019 car, the R that I pulled the cage out of, it had 2 connectors underneath the seat. And he was saying, we were talking a little bit yesterday, he said it might have something to do with, you know, the upgraded, you know, that B&O sound system or something like that. I just can't for the life of me like figure out why something would need to be like wired into the seat for those speakers, unless it's like maybe a relay joint or something like that, which might actually explain why the seat was so much heavier. But I don't care what anyone says, these seats were lighter than the seats I pulled out of that 2019 you know, B&O package car. And same Recaros, you know, the stitching was a little different stuff. But anyways, if anybody knows, leave a comment down below. All right, so here are the brackets that got to go under the seat. I think they're all the exact same. I think you can buy these on a website. They're custom made. These are actually the prototypes. These are custom made. I think they're on the Raptor Gang webpage. You know what? Link below to the store if you guys need some type of brackets like this. But let's throw these in the car. Might make it a little bit more challenging to line up because I'm gonna have to kind of hold these in place. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Okay, so you guys can see the bracket just goes underneath the mount for the seat. One of these days I'm gonna buy an Impact. I don't have to do this anymore. For the 1 or 2 mods a year I do a year, you know. Okay, so now I just got to kind of remember how these harnesses you know, how they attach. I'm going to work on that now. Can't get to my seat. Yeah, I think they work. They work. Okay, let's get the driver's side done. Okay, I definitely can say, like, just from sitting over there, these are gonna lock you in like crazy, you know. I think it's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be awesome. I guess I need to ask Curtis what's the archetype racing approved impact wrench. Okay, so I just taken out the back ones because I think I can slide the brackets in without pulling the whole seat off here. Now I drive pretty far forward. I don't drive this at this much of an incline. I don't drive like that, but I do drive pretty far forward. So I need to kind of adjust these, you know, for me. I don't need to wear these like every time I drive the car, you know. So a good rule for me is if I'm sitting back in the seat, I like to be able to get my wrists over the steering wheel. So you can see right here, I'm too far back, you know. So this is pretty good here. This is pretty good. So you can see it's a little bit loose. I also like to have my seat as far down as I can. So right now this is like kind of more grabbing my belly. You see that one over there was nice. This one here, so okay, maybe this can come down. Yeah, you know what, maybe I was see, we're learning here. So now if I want this tighter, pulling, damn, I mean, it's just pulling up on my stomach here. Or is that what we do? Yeah, I mean, this might be right here. I think so. I mean, this is like more like at my, you know, my chest, and then this is like kind of at my sternum. I mean, but I'm tucked in, you know. I could even go a little tighter if I wanted to. I know it might look funny, but I can't even I can't even grab the GoPro. Okay, so in hindsight, maybe I should have just like taken it to a professional, but I did get a chance to like learn a little bit about the car and kind of be hands-on with what essentially is the first modification I've done to the Shelby GT350R. You know, I did paint protection film and that's pretty much it. Like, other than that, the car's bone stock. I only got like 3,000 miles on it, you know? So I was gonna take it for a spin, but it's starting to rain, so that's probably out for now. You know, I'm still on like the factory Michelin, you know, R compound like crazy. You know, they don't do very well in the rain. That's all I have to say. Hey, look, I appreciate every one of you guys that's leaving a comment. You know, I read them, and I'll tell you what, you guys are like pretty clever, more clever than me, and I definitely enjoy it. So, you know, that definitely helps me. So again, thank you guys so much. And you know, we're on the GoPro. This whole video was GoPro because, like I said earlier, you know, I sold my camera. I have a new one on the way. There might be like some issues with that I'm not going to talk about right now, but maybe when I get the new camera, if you guys are interested, you know, maybe we'll talk about it. So, but maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. GoPro, yeah, probably it's not as fun for me, you know, as kind of an amateur filmmaker and stuff like that, but it definitely is easy, you know, and if it sounds good and like looks good, and I'm sure everything has been like pretty well exposed and in focus. So, you know, maybe I'll try to use it a little bit more, but it's definitely not going to replace my like amateur, you know, cinema rig, you know, that I really enjoy doing, actually, you know, almost just as much as creating the content. You know, I do like cameras a lot. So that's it for me, Jason Andrews, the All-American Driver. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.